All right, we are continuing with our measurement part of this unit. Measuring things can help us to compare and solve problems. We've been working with area, and area is the space needed to fill a 2D shape. Today we're moving on to creating rectangles with a given area. So the area is given to us. What kind of a rectangle could give us that area? So for example, if we were trying to find all of the different rectangles that could have an area of 12, well, and 12 meters squared, and we're assuming one of these squares is 1 meter squared. So this gives us 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, oops, 10, 11, 12, sorry. 3 by 4, so 3 times 4 equals 12. That could be one rectangle. Let's check this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Does have 12. 2 by 6. 2 times 6 does equal 12. That will also give us 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1 by 12 also equals 12. So really what we need to do is find all of the numbers, something times something, that's going to equal 12. We're actually finding all the factors of 12. And generally you're going to just start, okay, does 1 times something equal 12? Well, yes, 1 times 12. Does 2 times something equal 12? Well, yes, 2 times 6. Does 3 times something equal 12? Well, yes, 4. Does 4 times anything? Well, yeah, because we already have the 3. Does 5 times anything? No, it doesn't. And so on until you find all of the ways that you can multiply to equal that number. And that's the key. We need to find all of the possibilities. There are no other ways that we can multiply to equal 12. These are the only possible rectangles that we can have. Now we're going to try this one. We are working now with 48 color tiles, and there are color tiles along the back of the room. Please feel free to ask if you'd like, as your congruent squares and grid paper to record your results. We're going to assume that each tile is 1 meter squared. And we have Miss Daisy, who is planning a rectangular garden. Now keep in mind, a rectangle can also be a square, so it could be a square garden that has to have an area of 48 meters squared. So using your tiles, you need to make rectangles. That's the key. Remember, it has to be rectangles. Could be a square, but it can't be an odd shape, to find all of the possibilities for 48. You need to then draw each model on your grid paper using the squares of your grid paper to assume the square of each tile. Go ahead and give it a try now. All right, so remember, we truly are trying to find something times something that's going to be 48. Well, we can always do a one long skinny row. So 1 by 48, you should have had a really long and skinny rectangle that was 1 wide and 48 long. 2 times something will work. 2 times 24. You could have had 2 rows, or you should have found 2 rows of 24. Oops, I should make that shorter since it's half of 48. There we go, that's better. 2 by 24 equals 48. Does 3 times anything work? Could you have 3 rows of anything? No, you couldn't. So that won't work. 4 times anything? Well, yes. You could have had 4 rows of 12. That would equal 48. 5 times anything? Nope. 6 times anything? Well, yes, you could have 6 rows of 8. That would equal 48. And you could keep going. Now, if you have the opposite, 8 times 6 is 48. Remember, that really is the same rectangle. You've just taken it and you've turned it instead. All right, now you're going on to your concept practice, page 165, numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4, creating rectangles. I highly recommend you use your calculator or your multiplication table to help you find all of the possible rectangles for a given area. Remember to ask questions along the way if you need to, and when you are finished, check it and hand it in. As well, this takes us to the end of the area part of this unit. So our next step will be to do the show what you know review part, and then you'll be moving on to the test. So you should probably begin studying for this test about area.